How much should I drink before we have sex? What is up, sapiosexuals? Thank you for turning on Sex in South Beach with your girl, Dr. Sanjaya, America's most trusted sexologist who knows all the sex secrets of all the people. But I promise you will have to kill me before I blab. So the sex situation we're getting into today is all about alcohol and sex. Specifically, we're going to discuss how drinking impacts sexual desire, sexual functioning, and sexual responses. And by the end of this show, you're going to know just how much you need to drink before you get hot and heavy with your next sexual prospect. Doesn't that sound exciting? Sexual prospect? I mean, it sounds exciting to me. And you know what? If that term, sexual prospects, also excites you, boo, I invite you to think about your partner in exactly that way. Even if it's a partner you've been doing for dozens of years, or if it's a partner you don't even know you got yet. Baby, ain't it nice to know you do have some, sexual prospects? All right, now before I get to drinking too much, let's get down to the nitty-gritty on today's topic, alcohol and sex. First things first. Alcohol can have a lot of positive effects in the area of, sexuality. You see, alcohol contains ethanol, which stimulates the hypothalamus, a part of your brain that influences sexual desire by stimulating the pituitary gland to release sex hormones. You got that? If not, you can always press rewind. In fact, 1 or 2 alcoholic beverages have been known to enhance a sense of relaxation in most people. And you know what? A relaxed state is much more conducive to sexual arousal than a state of stress. And you know this. Allowing people to engage in sexual behaviors, yes, that's what alcohol does. It can allow people to engage in sexual behaviors that they may not feel comfortable doing while sober. Now, especially for women, because if you have been listening to me for a long time, you already know that women must be relaxed to enjoy optimal sexual pleasure. The relaxing effects of alcohol, it can reduce a woman's range of focus, which really allows her to concentrate more on what? Libido-stimulating activities. And you know what? That improves sexual satisfaction when she can actually be present during the sex. And as easy as that sounds, it is often very difficult for women to achieve because the female corpus callosum, you know, the bridge that carries thoughts across a woman's brain, well, it is much wider than a man's, which means multiple thoughts are often racing across her brain simultaneously. And the bridge in a man's brain, you know what? It is much narrower, allowing many men to focus on just one issue at a time, or I like to say, one thought at a time. Think of a woman's corpus callosum as like a multi-lane interstate with traffic going in both directions, and a man's, well, his is like a one-way road in the country. You get the difference? You see what I'm saying? Now, due to this difference, one of the biggest challenges to sexual satisfaction among women is staying present, being in the moment. And many women, you know what? Many women are having sex while thinking about doing the dishes. And although that may seem like it is productive, it does not promote having ultimate orgasms. Alcohol, what it can do is it can help women quiet their mind during sex. And that is what contributes to much better sexual experiences. Now, in addition to the relaxing effects, a little drink or two can also temporarily boost confidence and reduce inhibitions. Now, in many situations, this is very good, but not always, because you do not want to wake up the next morning mad at yourself because you did something your sober self just would not do. So for those who really want to drink to lose their sexual inhibitions and take some risks, please, please, pretty please, do that kind of business in the company of someone whom you really love and trust. Yes, indeed. And here's the most important thing to remember. All of the positive benefits of alcohol on libido, well, you know what? They can all be achieved with just a very small amount of liquor, boo. And like what I'm saying is like 1 or 2, maybe 2.5 cocktails. You know what I'm saying? Not too much. You do not need to shut down the bar to get it right in the bedroom. Because the truth is, if you drink too much, excess alcohol intake, well, when people get drunk, this state of being, it's linked to reduced sexual functioning and responses. Yes, intoxicated men, they can experience erectile dysfunction or impaired ejaculation at greater rates. And for those of you out there saying impaired ejaculation, what is that? When, you're a man and you can't have an orgasm, or your orgasm is seriously delayed, too long, dude, okay? And women who drink too much, they can suffer from reduced genital responses and decreased vaginal lubrication, and that is never good because we all know when it comes to sex, wetter is better. And here is the real kicker about alcohol and sex. A lot of the effects don't really have to do with alcohol's impact on your physiological functioning, but rather your mental intentions before you started drinking. Do you understand what I am saying, people? Much of the sexual effects depend on the expectations of the drinker before they even have their first drink. If a person expects to engage in libido and stimulating behaviors before they drink, they most likely will engage in such behaviors after a few drinks. And because alcohol also causes what I like to call fear goggles, where people appear more attractive than originally perceived, many people, you know what happens when they get drunk? They expand their pool of potential sex partners. More and more people start becoming more and more eligible as you have more and more drinks, if you get what I'm saying. And we have all seen this happen at the bar. But let's get back to some of the great sexual benefits that can come from a drink or two, especially for the red wine lovers out there. I got some data to justify your drinking habit, y'all. Seriously, though, red wine is increasingly being recognized for the positive impact it just might have on sexual desire and functioning. Among women who drink red wine, researchers have observed increases in blood flow to the genitals and testosterone, a key hormone that supports sexual desire. Red wine also contains histamines, which have been linked to sex drive, yes, and polyphenols, which may decrease erectile dysfunction. They are also found in red wine. Dang, if you gonna drink something specifically for sex, I guess it just might not be a bad idea to pick up a nice bottle of red, you know what I'm saying? But remember, more important than the type of alcohol one consumes is the quantity. A 4-ounce glass of wine has considerably less alcohol than a 4-ounce glass of whiskey, vodka, rum, or gin. So pace yourself accordingly, baby, because if you drink too much red wine, you might also experience the not-so-sexy side effects of alcohol-induced sexual unsatisfaction, and you don't want none of that. But fear not, baby. I got you. If you are someone who is planning a romantic date where you want to both drink and have some good sex, here are some important tips, okay? In addition to watching how much you drink, time your alcohol intake to your sexual ambitions. Specifically, don't drink too much too soon and start sexual foreplay while you're still excited and wide awake. I know drinking sometimes motivates people to, keep that party going and over-participate in social activities. First we're going to go to the bar, then we're going to go to dinner, and then after dinner we're going to go dancing, then we're going to go see our friends sing, then we're going to go grab a late-night snack. By the time you get home, you don't have any more energy for sex. You're just ready to pass on out. So if you really want to be drinking and sexing, remember, Sexing should really take priority over your drinking, okay? You want to, start your sexual foreplay while you are still excited and wide awake. So maybe you should consider incorporating your drinking into some sort of a sexy game in a private place where you can engage in some libido stimulating activities. As you get tipsy and enjoy the relaxing effects of alcohol, you will also be in a position to take advantage of the sexual benefits that alcohol can produce. Booyah! That's what it's all about. Having it all, boo. All right now. It is time for the climax when I give y'all a little something to remember about alcohol and sex. One or two drinks just may have some very positive benefits on your ability to become aroused and engage, some adult time, sexy time activities. Yes, indeed. Two, if you are gonna drink in preparation for some sexual adventures, consider picking up a sexy bottle of red wine. Yes. Three, pace your drinking, boo, according to your sexual ambitions. You can't drink all night and go home to do it right. No. And four, if you really want to drink and have some amazing sex on the same night, incorporate your alcohol into your erotic activities. Belly shots, anybody? Because from what I understand, everybody who sucks some liquor out of a belly button gets turned on. And champagne in your mouth during some orally stimulating activities down south? Well, word on the street is that could add some special type of a sizzle to your sexual adventures. Yes, baby, yes. Y'all, I had so much fun chatting you up about alcohol and sex, and you know what you gotta do next? Share this show with somebody who you love. I promise if you do, it will definitely start up a conversation and maybe even a sexual situation that you ain't never had before. So rewind and spend some time with someone you might want to get naked with. And if you really like this show, do me a sweet favor and leave a review because, that would really make me smile and help the show grow. And we all know, what does the world need? A whole bunch more sexually satisfied people. I am Dr. Sanjaya, America's sex educator. Thanks so much for turning on Sex in South Beach, where everybody comes for happier, healthier sex. The other day at work, this doctor was in a badass mood. He had a patient who needed the vaccine and he could not get his patient qualified. He was pissed because he couldn't help his patient. Then he grabbed some Sense aromatherapy body oil from my desk and rubbed it all over his hands and face. And I was like, stop, don't put it on your face. And he said, this oil always makes me feel better. And since I have to wash my hands before my next patient, I figured I just want to keep the smell on so I can be in a good mood for my patients. And maybe if they smell me, they'll be in a better mood too. Smell good, feel good with Sense Aromatherapy Body Oil. Get yours at sensebodyoil.com. SENSE bodyoil.com.